What's up, dolls? Welcome back to my channel. This is Corey J from Corey J's Boutique, and today we're going to be doing a frontal ponytail tutorial. So y'all, if y'all are interested in learning, first subscribe and then continue watching right now. Okay, y'all, so the first thing we're going to do is take our olive oil eco style and our got to be glue spray, and we're going to start by molding our client's hair into a ponytail. Okay, so we just want to make sure that the ponytail is very sleek, so that when we put the frontal over the ponytail, it looks very much so natural and very flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the eco style on the top of my client's hair, and then I'm actually going to split her hair in half and put it in the middle of her hair as well, just so I can get the sleekest ponytail that I can absolutely get. So this is the first step to the frontal ponytail. Okay, guys, so now that her hair is molded, I'm just going to put a scarf around it. You can purchase this scarf on CoreyJ'sBoutique.com along with the frontal and the bundles that I'm going to install, y'all. But while she is molding, I'm actually going to go ahead and customize the frontal. So the frontal was actually used already, but we're going to basically reuse it. We washed it, we conditioned it with our Corey J's Boutique shampoo and conditioner, also available on our website. And now I'm just going to take my Corey J's Boutique hot comb and my Corey J's Boutique wax stick, and I'm going to make sure that the frontal is extremely slick. The reason being is I don't want to do this on her head because I'm going to burn her, because I really want the ponytail to be as slick as possible. In order to do that, I'm going to need to hot comb it off of her head. So I'm just taking advantage of this time that I'm using to mold her ponytail, and I'm just going ahead and going through the frontal little by little, hot combing and wax sticking it, as you guys can see. The next thing I'm going to do is take my Cory J's Boutique Scalp Blending Palette, also available on our website, and I'm going to color the lace brown. I want to make sure that this frontal looks, like I said, as natural as possible. So yes, it has to be slick along with the ponytail, but you know, it also really needs to make sure that it's brown on top and on the bottom. So I'm just taking my scalp blending palette, and I'm just putting the brown on the bottom and on the top of the lace, and then I'm also going to put it down the middle of the part. Now guys, I did have to end up changing the part just because, you know, the way I thought I was going to install it, it didn't work out like that. So I would recommend that y'all wait to do this step, but nevertheless, make sure that you do the step, because it, as you can see, makes the frontal look so much more natural and so much more like your real hair. So this is what I'm doing, putting it on the front and the bottom, y'all. Then I'm going to use my hold me down adhesive protectant spray before I go ahead and glue the frontal down with my Erica J hold me down glue, which I absolutely love. So what you're going to see me doing here is pretty much just measuring the frontal to her head, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue it down. So because this frontal had been previously used, I did have to cut off a little lace, just a little excess lace that I felt was unnecessary. So just make sure you guys make the proper adjustments that you have to. That was my adjustment. Some of you all may be using a fresh frontal, and in that case, you'll have to cut off the lace. This one, like I said, was used one time prior, so I did go ahead and cut off some excess lace just to make sure that the frontal install looked really good overall. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue on her head. If you guys notice, I am going above her hairline just to make sure I protect her edges. So yeah, I'm just going above her hairline. Some, you know, some people may put a bald cap on their clients. I did not use a bald cap. This is just me being honest. So I just put the glue above her hairline, and as you guys can see, it's not touching her hairline. And I'm gonna do this 3 times, make sure that the glue dries clear and continue. So I'm using 3 layers of my Erica J Hold Me Down adhesive. Again, this is a really, really good glue to use, and definitely 3 times, 3 layers works. She said that her frontal actually lasted her for a very long time, and it was very cute. So We did what we were supposed to do, and it gave what it was supposed to give. Okay. So if at this point y'all haven't already subscribed, make sure y'all go ahead and do that, please. But so basically, after this last layer here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the frontal down, just making sure it's secure, it's where I want it to be, and I'm gonna let it dry. Unfortunately, y'all, my camera did die as I was doing the other side, so you'll only be able to see this side of the frontal be put down. So just pay close attention, and also don't hesitate to ask questions if y'all do have some. And boom, here I am pushing the lace into the glue, making sure that it is sticking and that the lace is where it needs to be to do what it needs to do. And then I went ahead and did the other side, but again, y'all, the camera did die, so I am sorry about that. All right, so just a little tip, y'all. After you do glue the frontal down, I would say to use like an elastic band or something to just put across your lace, just to make sure that the lace seeps into the front of that forehead, baby. Make sure that that frontal is down tough, and then anything that is lifting, just make sure you guys go and spot treat it, so that you know that one lift doesn't make the client's hair come up way faster than what it should. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now, just a little spot treat. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and repart to the frontal, because as y'all can see, that part was all the way on the side and it was supposed to be in the middle. So now I'm redoing it, making her a middle part or whatnot, and then I will replace the color from the scalp blending palette down the middle of her head. You guys will see how it'll open up her part and make it look super natural. After I do the part, I'm just going to make sure that both sides are plucked enough for me to go ahead and do the baby hairs, so that we can be done with the frontal portion of the frontal ponytail. Okay, so I'm just going ahead, like I said, and I'm plucking the frontal. Just make sure you guys pluck from a little further back than the hairline just to be safe. You do not want to over pluck and you don't want to under pluck. You want it to be perfectly plucked. So I definitely would suggest starting from a little further back than the very front of the head and plucking toward the front just as I am doing. If you guys are interested in a more detailed plucking video, I do have one on my YouTube. If it is not good enough, just request that I do another one and I will gladly get you guys a more detailed video. Okay, so now that I'm done plucking, it is time to mold the frontal down. So just as I molded the ponytail down, I'm going to mold the frontal down using the Eco Style, a brush, and the Gossipy Glue Freeze Spray just to freeze the frontal in place. So I'm just right now literally just brushing it up just like you would if you were doing a regular ponytail. Y'all, frontal ponytails honestly are not that hard. In fact, they're pretty easy and they're pretty fun to do. And I'm just taking my edge brush. This brush is available on CoreyJ'sBoutique.com. I'm taking the comb portion of it and I'm like combing the hair back. I will say this is a really like good gem. It helps a lot to use a comb, big or small. I would not big or small. Let me not say it like that, but this size or the size of the one on the frontal the brush, sorry, the edge brush. Either one is really good to use. But anyway, so I'm just molding her hair into a ponytail, and then after that I'm gonna go ahead and do the baby hairs. Okay, now that that ponytail is molded, it's time for us to go ahead and play with the baby hairs. So before I just cut them, I wanted to see how I was going to be able to do the type of baby hairs that she wanted. She wanted small, swooped baby hairs. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and test it out. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of swooping the baby hairs before I cut them. And I just want to give you guys another gem. If your baby hairs are not swooping, how these are not swooping, it's because they're too long, okay? If y'all are ever having a problem where it's like, dang, why won't it swoop? It needs to be shorter. So as you guys can see, I'm going to start cutting. Once I see, okay, I see how this is going to go, I'm going to start cutting them shorter. And then I'm using my Eco Style and my Corey J's Boutique Edge toothbrush. I'm using both the brush and the comb to swoop the baby hairs into place. I do like the comb. I will say, y'all, it's definitely very helpful to use that small comb. So if you don't have an edge true brush, baby girl, you need to get you one. And again, I'm going to just continue the same process. I do have a baby hair tutorial on my YouTube that you guys can refer to if you want a more detailed explanation. However, if it is not good enough, again, y'all, just go ahead and let me know in the comments and I will make sure that I get y'all something better. Okay, so now that the baby hairs are done and the frontal ponytail or the frontal of the frontal ponytail is complete, it is time to work on that ponytail, okay? So we're going to take some braiding hair, we're going to cut it in half, and we are just going to attach it to the ponytail. As you guys can see, her ponytail right now is composed of frontal hair and her natural hair. So what we need to do is we need to attach this braiding hair to her ponytail in order to extend the ponytail, and then after that we are going to wrap her bundle around the ponytail, y'all. I know it's a lot, okay? So the first thing you do, like I said, is just cut that hair and then go ahead and attach the braiding hair to her ponytail. I do not have a braiding tutorial on my channel. That's actually not really my forte. However, I can give you guys a more detailed tutorial if you guys request so, okay? So I'm just, taking the hair and braiding it into three as I would any other braid. And I'm just going to continue until I'm all the way down and I can't braid anymore. And then this will be the extension of her ponytail. Her ponytail will be much longer than the braid because the actual hair is going to come down. Y'all will see in a minute, but you will need to extend the ponytail, guys. And the ponytail portion might be one of the most tedious portions of the frontal ponytail. So we are almost at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some glue, some well, I think it's hair glue. Yeah, we're going to take some hair glue and we're going to start at the very bottom of the ponytail. And we're going to roll the weft around the ponytail. It starts small, y'all. It ends big. So just know when you first do it, it's like a small little piece and it's super, super tedious. And after every time that you put the glue on the track or the weft and you put it around the braid, you're going to need to like pretty much use a blow dryer and blow dry it because you just want to make sure, like, the most embarrassing thing for a woman is having her hair come out in public. So you make sure you really secure your clients or your own weft onto that extended ponytail, y'all. Another good way to do this is by letting some of the glue dry before twisting it around, just to get it like a little tacky. So that's why I started to blow dry before, just to get it more tacky. And I'm just going to continue this whole little method of adding hair glue to the weft, drying it a little bit, and then wrapping the weft around the braid until I get to the portion where her real hair is showing. At that point, you guys, I'm going to wrap around her hair. It's actually a wig cap. I just wrapped a brown wig cap. I would suggest doing the darkest color you can find because you don't want a light color to seep through the cracks of the ponytail and then you can see it. You don't want that. So I used the darkest color I could find. And I just wrapped it around her hair so that I can actually glue the track to um, the wig cap and not get any glue on her hair. That's really important, to not get glue on your client's hair. Okay, so just as I was explaining, we're at the part where we need to cover up her real hair. So I'm just taking a wig cap and I'm literally just squeezing it around her hair as tight as I can. And then I'm going to take some little rubber bands and then rubber band the wig cap around her ponytail so that it doesn't move. And I'm going to proceed with the gluing, but now the glue is going to be on the wig cap and not on her hair. So this is how I'm protecting her hair. Honestly, this was a hack because I forgot to get the it's like wrapping paper you can get from the store. It's black wrapping paper, but you can get it from the beauty supply. But I did not have that, y'all. So if you don't have it, it's not the end of the day. But please do not use tissue. That's an old school trick I used to use. Don't use tissue, y'all. Use a wig cap. It worked so great. So, yep. All right, so now that we're done wrapping, I'm just going to make sure that everything is dry. And the last tip I'm going to give you guys, so you definitely don't want to just leave your client's hair like this. You want to take a piece of the hair from the frontal, I'm sorry, excuse me, a piece of the hair from the ponytail, preferably from the bottom, and you want to wrap that around. And you want to put some Eco Style gel or some type of hard gel, and you want to put some Got To Be glue spray on it and make sure that it is completely dry, and you want to make sure that it does not come loose, because again, you know, a woman being out in public and her hair malfunctioning, that's literally the worst thing that could ever happen. So you just want to make sure that you keep it tight and keep it right, and you don't want that um weft showing. So you want to make sure you wrap some hair around the ponytail just to give it a more sleek um look, sleek and neat. And then, guys, you're about to see the finished product. Okay, boom. Okay, so who here not cute? Who ponytail not cute for back to school, y'all? So listen, this is a perfect back to school look, fall look. I really love the frontal ponytail. It's really, really beautiful. It really leaves you feeling super confident and pretty. As y'all can see, my girl is feeling herself. She is loving her frontal ponytail. If you guys are in the Orlando or Central Florida area, don't forget to book me. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe and shop CoreyJ'sBoutique.com.